Okay. Check, 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 check. Hello, hello. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of FAQOV with your host, Phil Freeman, where I answer all of your questions having to do with singing and speaking and using your voice in a happy and healthy way. Appreciate all the wonderful feedback I've gotten from my most recent video about how to sing Toxicity's System of a Down. I'm glad people are finding that useful. Today, I'm going to be answering Iljlbh's question, username Iljlbh's question about yawning and singing and how making yourself sound like you're yawning, or at least thinking about the motion of yawning, can actually help with the resonance of your tone and what it can do for your higher notes as far as getting it or giving it a richer sound. And they also wanted to see some examples of the yawning method and why vocal coaches talk about this. So, given that, the yawn has to do with the soft palate. It has to do with the resonance of the soft and hard palate. And just as a review, the hard palate is in the front. It's the roof of your mouth, and then the soft palate is in the back. It's the thing that causes that sound to happen when you snore. Soft piece of muscle back in the back. Your uvula hangs off of it, and it cuts off the air from entering your nose. If your soft palate is too relaxed, then that's the reason why you sound like you're very nasally and everything gets caught up here. And also, the soft palate keeps food from getting up into your nasal cavity as well. So there's a lot of functions of it, but one of the biggest functions is resonance with the voice. If your soft palate is down, you sound like that. But if your soft palate is up, you sound like that. So, given that example, you want to create that resonance by possibly yawning. Like when you yawn, your soft palate goes up. So, that's a really, really great way of creating awareness for your soft palate is yawning. You'll feel the soft palate raise and cap the nasal cavities and keep the resonance in the mouth. So when you hear yawning, or people talking about yawning, at least in the vocal coaching community, it's to create that resonance and to provide that richness in tone and to avoid that nasal sound. And you'll hear this a lot in opera. A lot of bel canto and traditional vocal coaches will talk about, like, keeping the imaginary golf ball in your mouth, like, and getting that really good resonance in your voice for those types of songs. But one of the things that I also want to caution against is being too much like this and sounding too yawny and forcing down the larynx too much and actually pushing your head down too much and creating too much of a yawn. So, given that, I would recommend this for anybody who pushes out too much air and has a way too forward sound, and not necessarily for people who already have this sound happening. So, because everybody's different, everybody deals with different challenges and has different vocal types. So, if you're someone who has a tendency to sound nasally, push things too forward, and runs out of air easily, I would recommend trying to yawn and trying to get that soft palate up and kind of get that sound to your voice. So given that, I hope username Iljlbh that answers your question, that at least gives you some ideas as to what the yawning method is and why it's talked about in the vocal coaching community. And if you have any further questions about it, I'd be happy to go into further detail. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, always remember, everybody, practice makes progress. And with that, you can go and find your voice. Take care until next time.